you all once again for joining us and for keeping in with the fantastic insights from the active head of Israeli Defense Intelligence, Major General Herzi Halevi. And now it is my honor to invite to the stage Mr. Yoram Cohen, who is the former head of the Israeli Security Agency, the I.S.A. That is the agency known as our Shin Bet, or Shabak in Hebrew, a service I'm sure you've heard a lot about in the news, but I'm certain you've never heard it straight from the the former director of the organization itself. Yoram served as the director of the agency from 2011 until 2016, very recently. And during his tenure, he spearheaded development of unique intelligence capabilities, advanced technological platforms, and groundbreaking operational concepts, all in the active duty to defend and shape innovative strategies to counter the emerging threats that here in Israel we have to deal with on a daily basis. His work in operational environments, both in Israel and international arenas, has been noted and celebrated by many leading lights here in Israel and abroad. And his unique solutions that were developed in the field of cybersecurity, which is our focus issue today, really played a central role in counterterrorism activities, operational counterterrorism activities here in Israel, as well as counterintelligence and the protection of critical civilian infrastructures. So please help me by welcoming to the stage Yoram Cohen, former head of the Israeli Security Agency. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. 14 years ago, the I.S.A. received a mandate from the government of Israel to protect and defend Israeli critical infrastructure, such as utilities and railroads from any and all attacks. Since then, several attempts were made to breach Israel's cyber defense and disrupt our most critical infrastructure. Although our enemies are skilled and persistent, not a single attack has succeeded, in particular disrupting any of our critical infrastructure. In the next couple of minutes, I will share with you some of insights into how the I.S.A. has fended off some of the world's most sophisticated cyber attacks. The I.S.A. is cornerstone of the Israeli national cyber efforts, leading the country, synergizing all aspects of cybersecurity. Over the years, we have developed unique strategic concepts which are standard around proactively both online and offline. We don't rely only on our cyber arsenal, powerful as it might be, but approach the threat integrally. The entire intelligence arsenal is used to maintain cybersecurity. I.S.A. cyber officer extensively rely on signal intelligence, human intelligence, data mining, and even boots on the ground in the form of tactical operation in order to fight the cyber war on the intelligence battlefield. This concept does not come easy and is the result of a decade's worth of extensive capabilities building and experience. So how did we do it? The first step is building an effective cyber ecosystem, is understanding the area in which cyber threats play a role. The basic tenets of the I.S.A. mandate, including early disruption of terror, as well as counter-espionage, preventing exposure of state secret, and foiling threat of subversion. These are traditional kinetic threats. And surprise, surprise, we find them all in a cyber as well. They are called a cybernetic threat. There are three types of primary threat in the cybernetic arena. A, CNA, computer network attacks. B, CNE, computer network exploitation. and CNI, computer network influence. CNI is the new and rising phenomena which manipulates a public opinion and interests by using cyber tools and methods. Our is an open democratic society which rely largely on the web to ingest information and form opinions, and whomsoever is able to control the flow of information according to their particular interest, as ability to determine public opinion and even set agendas. Cybernetic threat characteristics pose a grave danger in all those areas. The threat characteristics are: one, the number and variety and adversaries that we are encounter, such as nation state and terror organization. Two, a lack of operational depth from which to maneuver due to the short wearing period before an act is carried out. Three, the soft value which internet presents to the bad guy. It only takes one innocent mistake and they are in. This, of course, is a double-edged sword for bad guys because it gives us great opportunities as well. Four, in the past year, we have witnessed to the rise in threat intensity for lone insider actions, which have the potential to cause large amounts of danger. I would also like to boast the myth of attributions. It's no problem to find out who is behind the attack. It may take a little while, but in the end, we always know. So you are probably asking yourself, what does the I.S.A. do to keep the net clean? In 2011, at the beginning of my term as I.S.A. director, we established the Cyber Command based on integrative concept. The command used all the capabilities that the I.S.A. bring to bear as an intelligence organization. With intelligence, cyber analysis, operations, and technological personnel working conjunction with IT and gathering a massive amount of human intelligence, signal intelligence, while using a variety of methods. The Cyber Command is not only responsible for defense, but plays a central role in offensive capabilities of our organization. What the I.S.A. needed was not just evolve to the next stage. We needed a revolution. We had to get proactive and quick. Because as you all know, the bad defense is offense. We need to put ourselves in the attacker territories, sleeping in his backyard in order to preemptively foil any threat. We integrated the defensive unit with the offensive unit under one commander, on the premise that our offensive capabilities, which have proven themselves time and time again, can be applied to the world of cyber and break knowledge barriers. This integrational concept is unique and has gathered much interest in the international intelligence community. The second step was the establishment of Cyber Operations Center, which work 24/7, in which all our sister services are represented. We all understood that it's impossible to succeed alone, and we welcome and appreciate the assistance of cooperation which was received from all the Israeli intelligence community. This Cyber Operations Center has decision-making authority as well, as a wide arsenal of tools in order to carry out operation against any identified national cyber threat. Our Cyber Operations Center operative under the umbrella authority of the I.S.A., has foiled several major attacks on Israeli targets due to the unifying authority and power which it wields. Our daily dilemma is the same. Whatever the dealing with kinetic or cybernetic threat, when foiling the adversary, you need to make sure that you don't tip your hand too soon, so as not to lose valuable intelligence, but not to wait too long, so you're not to allow to the attacker to succeed. All our adversaries use the same basic logic and work towards the same objectives. They want to spy, steal data, expose secrets, and terrorize the target. To try to do this kinetically, using traditional methods, but they can also do this cybernetically. If there is a weak spot in the synergy between cyber and traditional efforts, the attackers will be sure to expose it. That is why integrative approach under one commander and one responsibility is so important. Did you know that in 2005, only one in every 20 I.S.A. employees were in technological positions? Today, the ratio is 1 to every 6 and shrinking every day. The change in technological orientation and wage which is accorded is a key factor of changing the organization mindset. We took a good look at the existing HR norms in the organization in order to harness the incredible technological power which is represented in Israeli society by understanding that we are dealing with a different typeset than traditional recruits represented. We offer a position at the top of Israeli cyber community different from the rest of the I.S.A. and different to existing opportunities in the world of technology. Within the frameworks of the I.S.A. operational needs and mandate, we were able to offer hackers a legal license to deal with identified cyber threat to Israel national security. This allows drives to the top percentage of Israeli cyber minds to trial and adventure alongside deep feeling of patriotism, something they cannot obtain in the private sector, and allowed us to recruit and preserve the best of the best. In conclusion, I would like to say that cyber threats are not an act of God or phenomena in which wrong computer commit acts, cyber warfare and crimes. They are real threats posed by real human beings and those who send them, and must be held fully responsible for their actions. The only way to fight this threat is for the intelligence agencies is to commission and build a relative and effective operational and tactical capabilities which will allow them to properly fight the battle on the field in which it's beginning fought. The dynamic and the evolutionary era on modern cyber warfare. No nation needs to stand alone in this fight. I am a firm believer that united we stand and divided we fall. In the face of global threat, the international community must pull together and establish regulation norms in order to effectively deal with this threat and safeguard our society. Thank you very much.